wide receiver. You got Greedy Williams, cornerback. You got Paris Campbell, wide receiver from The Ohio State. You got A.J. Brown, Mississippi, wide receiver. You got Drew Lock, quarterback. You got Deebo Samuel. I would love to have Deebo Samuel on my team just because of his name. I would love to see that. Rosen only has a few months more time with the playbook because of the coaching change. Good point. Sid Galloway. Great point right there. So that does change everything right there. It's an even slate at that point. So let me go back. Best available players: Byron Murphy, cornerback, Washington. Irv Smith. I want to call him Irv Gotti so bad, but I know his name's not Irv Gotti, it's Irv Smith. Tight end out of Alabama. Rock Ya-Sing, cornerback from Temple. Taylor Rapp, safety. Juan Thornhill, safety. David Montgomery, running back, Ohio State. Jalen Ferguson, edge rusher from Louisiana Tech, is highly touted. Don't forget, you have the running back from Stanford, Bryce Love, as well, is available. So day 2 is going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. Shocked the DK didn't go in the first, says Gridiron Fanatic. And yeah, I was shocked too, but I think they hyped him up a lot, but still, I don't know if his value was as high than just him being a hype from his combine. I think he's definitely going to go day 2 though. Definitely. I like to see Greedy Williams with the Raiders, 35th pick. I definitely think that would be great for you guys. I got to talk about my Cowboys. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. We could do this on this show. Cowboys have needs, obviously. Tight end, that's not as high to me. Tackle, cornerback, safety. Running back may potentially be a need. It is a need, actually, because the Rod Smith is no longer on the team as of now. So when you look at the best available, there's a lot of available players that the Cowboys can definitely look at. I don't know if Greedy Williams is going to be there by the time the Cowboys pick, and their pick is so low. Which is the part that, you know, when you have a fairly good season, you're not going to have a high pick. You know, that's just how it goes. But I respect the Cowboys organization, everybody in that room, that they're not trying to trade up or trying to go over the top or trying to overextend themselves. So here's a couple of guys, and this is from a source, Mike Fisher. He's very closely tied to the Cowboys. At the second round, he's saying Juan Thornhill at safety. If he's not available, Taylor Rapp at safety. Then the third, Tristan Hill. And then the fourth, Travion Williams, running back. So we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of available players there. Damian Harris, Alabama. Another guy you got to think of. Draymond Jones, defensive tackle. I think he's from Ohio State. There's a lot of viable players there that the Cowboys can draft. Shout out to Melvin in the building, executive producer of the X Squad Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Damian Harris, running back out of Alabama, would be nice for Dallas. And do not be surprised if Zeke is not here after 5 years. There's already talks about it. They re-upped his contract for the 5th year, but there could be a strong possibility that Zeke Elliott will not be in a Cowboys uniform after 5 years. I don't want to see that happen because he is a transcending running back. I think a one-of-a-kind running back that you don't see. I would love to see him for many, many years to come. But I think I think this Cowboys organization is more so trending in the direction of let's not overextend, let's not keep guys for longer than what we have to, because their value drops. It's only a fact that running backs' value drop when they get into their 30s or after their first contract. The caveat always is, unless they're an Adrian Peterson type, unless they're a Emmitt Smith type, unless they're a Le'Veon Bell, unless they're one of those guys, which I think Zeke is that. So I just don't know if they're going to be willing to put the money out there, even though I think they should put the money out there. But this Cowboys organization is unpredictable. You just don't know what they're going to do. But I do know they're not going to be stupid with their money anymore. I think they've definitely come to the realization that you cannot just spend money all willy-nilly and expect great results, because normally it doesn't work out that way. I.e. the Patriots. The Patriots don't keep guys for long periods of time. They don't overpay for people. And look at how many Super Bowls they won. Gridiron Fanatic says, probably talking about the Zeke. Yeah. It's being talked about. I haven't heard anyone from the Cowboys organization say it, but I just think that they're trying to figure out a way to not have to have Zeke on this team. We'll see. We will see. Day 2 of the draft, like I said, today. As you're coming in the chat room, let me know how you feel about day 1. Other news around the world of sports. Dabo Swinney. Not only did Dabo Swinney get paid, but he's going to be getting paid for 10 years. He agrees to a record 10-year, $93 million extension. So that's roughly, $9 to $9.5 million a year for 10 years. And I think he's done a great job with Clemson. He's done an amazing job. Not only a great job, but an amazing job with Clemson. A team that was a laughingstock of the ACC for a lot of years. And he has totally flipped it, made them into a juggernaut. Because they definitely were not that. Let's all be real. They were not a juggernaut. They were probably the furthest from a juggernaut. So I think he definitely deserves that money. Also, an interesting aspect in this contract is that there is a Alabama clause. And it says the deal carries an additional buyout clause should Dabo Swinney leave and go to Clemson, which I think that could potentially happen. If Saban wants to retire eventually, if Saban wants to, I don't know, maybe he has aspirations to be a front office guy or something like that. I don't know what he wants to do, but that could potentially happen one day. Don't y'all worry. We'll run into the ground and we all get rid of them. Just look at the last good back y'all had and the miles y'all put on those tires. You right? You are 100% right. That is even furthermore that they may not want to keep him. DeMarco Murray. They ran DeMarco Murray into the ground until he literally had nothing else left. Or he had, a year and a half left? Saban will start rumors of leaving so he can get a fat contract. That is 100% true. I agree with you on that, Gridiron Fanatic. Dabo is worth every penny, says my pops. An AFC executive was quoted say they don't care about domestic violence in the NFL and Hill will play again. Wow, says Mo Cheese. I think he will play again. I do not think he will play a down for the Chiefs, though, ever again. I think they're I'm not going to say they're done with him right now, but I think they are preparing to move on. So let's see. We'll see what happens there. That's going to be a continuing story as we go along through the NFL offseason. So Dabo gets paid. Let's go over to the NBA. So Lakers are reportedly interviewed Monty Williams again, or met with Monty Williams again. I know he was interviewed. Jason Kidd was interviewed, reportedly, obviously, and Ty Lue was interviewed. I think Monty Williams may be the guy. I would love to see Jason Kidd as a coach of this team, but Monty Williams may be the guy, and I think we will see. I think we will see sooner rather than later. Lakers fans in the chat room, if you had to pick between one of those three, who would it be? Ty Lue, Monty Williams, or Jason Kidd? I think they're all available. So who would it be? Let me know. Even if you're not a Lakers fan, let me know. Blake Griffin has arthroscopic knee surgery, which was successful. I don't know. I would want to think that the Pistons can get back to the glory days. And glory days, I mean, in Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups. Who else did they have on that squad? I think Lindsey Hunter was on that squad. Rasheed Wallace. I want to see them get back to that, but I honestly don't know if it's going to happen. I just don't think that they have. I don't think they have the players to do it. And it is sad but true. I don't think they have the players to do it. They're gonna have to make additions to the team to try to compete in the East, because when they came up against the Bucks, you can be confident if you want, but that was a lose-lose series right there. That was a lose-lose series. There was no way they were going to win that series. And that's me, outside looking in. I'm not a fan of either team, but there was no way. I don't think they were going to win that. I'm going with Monty Williams. It says Monty first, Kidd, then Lou. The recording is pretty damning, though. Shelley's statement to be here exact. Shelley says if the recording never comes out and the Chiefs never take action against Tyreek, they'll wait for things to blow over and the next big story comes out. You're right about that. The recording and videos put a name, a voice, and a picture to someone that did whatever it was. The recording is not good at all. It's not good audio for him or his fiance. But you're right, though. If the recording didn't come out, he would probably still be on the Chiefs, because all we're doing is speculation at that point. All we're doing is saying what we think, what maybe. So you're right about that. You're right about that, Shelly Q. Shout out to Laffy T. Thank you for tuning in. So the story is far from over, though. So will there be more and more and more that's going to come along with this? Cole says, Cole Johnson. Shout out to Cole Johnson in the building of Cole Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Click and follow him. Cole Sports, sports with a Z. Make sure you look that up. Great content. A podcaster himself, a master podcaster, I would say. He says, talent over morals. Tyreek will be punished, but he will be on somebody's sideline sometime soon. You're right about that. He will be. And that's the NFL as a whole, though. They want to preach that we don't like people doing certain things. But from the top to the bottom, it is talent over morals. It is. So, like I said, the story is far from over. The blame is definitely being shifted to Andy Reid and the ship he runs as well. Mo, I said it out of anger, them explaining later they will get him counseling, says Shelly Q. As the Chiefs organization as a whole, you are now